because things which are tall are not sporty. I know this. Told that in this new series we've got to feature more green cars. So here's one. It's really the greenest car we could find, really, and hopefully it will keep the environmentals happy.
What do we want?
A Range Rover!
When do we want it?
As soon as we can arrange easy finance.
Well,
right.
as soon as the supercharger comes out.
Yeah,
See, the bus driver was so angry he had to come up and ask for an autograph.
Yeah, and then look, they put a bus in front of us so we couldn't be seen by all the passengers, but we just chained ourselves to that one then. The cold, dead fingers will have to be prized from this bus.
The only way I'm leaving this bus is without this arm.
Yeah.
Yep. Once in a man's life.
To just do the
Put
right
your feet down and say that hello. Yeah, now you see what happened here is with the police, really nice policemen, they really were, and they said they got better things to do really than deal with 3 middle-class boys chained to a bus, and would be mind going away. So this is what happened.
Yeah. Kick off. This is it. Oh, that's not good. Let's head off number 4 there. Acceleration's good.
The Igo was also agile.
The steering on this car is light, it's easy to manoeuvre in a supermarket car park football situation.
But more than that, the Igo allowed James to do the first sporting thing in his life.
Headed on through. Yes, I've scored a goal at football! Oh, I've scored a goal! Door ball, that's not allowed. One of the things I will say about this car, it does withstand quite severe knock very well. Oh no, my own man's reversed into me. This is heart-stopping stuff.
And then, just before the final whistle, with James defending the goal,
Dan, I've stalled.
That means 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. The top speed is 165 miles an hour. Oh, yes! Oh, boy, this is so amazing. I got no seatbelts. There's no roll bar. And I don't care. Michael Schumacher is dead.
This challenge is designed to test the quality of the ride in your cars. Each of you must drive along the dreaded cobbled pavé course at 30 miles an hour with a bowl of water on your lap.
Is this It's a Knockout? Is Stuart Hall coming in a pair of big shoes?
Point is lost for every fluid ounce spilt.
And here we go, and that's a disaster already. Oh my God.
He has achieved 30.
I haven't felt like this since I was a very small boy.
That's a bit of a wobble there. That was a splash.
No, it's flying everywhere.
Oh yes, it's very bumpy.
Oh. That's not the first time that's happened, is it?
Richard,
Yeah?
that happened in a Jaguar.
Yes, exactly. This is the car with one of the world's best ride qualities. So you, sir, in your sporty BMW, are probably going to drown.
30 mile an hour. Oh. It's ever so cold. Oh, is this like being old?
Daisy's quite wet.
There.
Yeah. And beige trousers, big problem there. It's.
How did you get it up here?
I'm only small. I mean, it's that's somebody else's waistband. There's a.
You know, the bonnet just bounced up. That'll have chucked it all in his crotch.
I so hope so.
No! Oh no!
Just from his expression.
Ah, well done.
Jeremy,
Let me take that.
I think we can already tell.
It's in the
Oh,
strong
yeah.
sunshine.
Yeah. It's not pleasant. If you do that, then your trouser
You have
legs
to do
don't
that.
touch your legs. Oh, hold on a minute. I've got it. There's a problem with my brake lights. I have Connect 3.
So we've got speed camera, bus lane, cycle lane, health food shop. Welcome to Oxford. Honestly, this is not a joke. He still doesn't know where this studio is. Every week he has to ring one of us and go, could I follow you down? I don't really know where I go.
It's true. It's that bad. Anyway, important business now. The scoring. This is where we are, OK? The first of our tests was a high-speed run. Amazingly, James's Jag, fair and square, won that one.
Yep.
It won the second, which was the ride with the wet laps, if you remember that.
Look at this!
Whoa, hang on. Oh, now I'm struggling because I want to laugh, but that actually looks pretty good.
See, here's my thing, OK? I thought a nice paint job
Yeah.
would be one thing.
Is that going to make it go any faster?
No, but I had that one covered. That is a turbocharger from Pentia Ricola's Group A rally car.
Is it?
230 brake horsepower. Was 150.
So you'll almost certainly manage one lap of wherever we're going, and then it'll explode.
Well, it was broken.
Next, it was James's turn.
That's British Racing Green, isn't it? That's what he's going to tell us.
You ran out of paint.
Well, I did. Now, I had 400 quid left. I spent £370 mending the engine, £10 on a tin of Hammerite that wasn't quite big enough.
So, what had Hammond done to his BMW?
I spent 1,250 quid on the car, which left me £250 to race prepare it, ready for today's event. And here it is. Here it is. I want you to feast your eyes on this.
What was a fridge freezer on the front of it? For
No, that's a chin spoiler. I've gone for...
What's that?
That's a side exhaust.
They're not connected to the engine, are they? In any
Technically,
way?
no. Well, they're connected to the same car that the engine is in.
So, as usual,
Well,
you
I'll-
spent all your money on stuff that makes no difference to the way the car goes, apart from possibly making it a bit heavier.
And Hammond stormed into the lead.
I'm going to do a few glorious laps. Then retire.
Oh, I'm blind, I can't see a thing. I'm so far behind Hammond, I won't be able to see his spoiler come off. I had to get past James, whatever it cost him.
We've only been going a couple of minutes. Oh!
I put the hammer down to catch Hammond, but there was no need because he'd forgotten to fill up before the race and he needed fuel. Meanwhile, James was all over the place.
Sorry, track.
So the lead was mine, briefly. But it wasn't James's car that was the problem, it was mine. My new turbo had made it immensely fast, coming through, but it had had a catastrophic effect on the cooling system. It's overheating and I'm way down on power. If I adjust the boost, will that help? The Mitsubishi's unimpeachable reliability was gone. Meanwhile, James had worked wonders with the Jag, succeeding in his garage where British Leyland had failed. He was so confident, in fact, that he started a new sport of Hammond bashing.
Got it.
That was out of order!
Looked like such fun that I decided to have a go myself and set off in hot pursuit.
Come on, then come and get it, big fella!
So I did. It's not the winning. It's not the taking part. It's just bashing Hammond.
The limo weighs 3 tons, so if our wedding driver is to stand a chance of clearing these and this and this and these, the 26-foot town car will have to be doing 60 miles an hour when it launches from this ramp.
So, there we go. Everything's ready. And they're off!
I wonder where it's going to land.
That's one hell of a runner.
Here comes the bride. Will her limo make it? It's leap now or forever be smashed to pieces.
Chapter? Anyone got one? Who says you have? And you're a big chap. It's a nice car.
Good choice, sir.
I may have been wrong about that earlier. Which one would you have? Which one would you steal? Like a car thief, is it? Anyone under 25 is a car thief in my book. Jaguar?
Yeah,
you'd have the
you're
Passat.
right. The Passat, it's a quality car, that is.
First complaint, the cups are dirty.
This is Mrs. Hammond. Currently she drives a Mazda 626, but she once had a Volvo 340, which she describes as lovely. So we can see where her son gets his taste in cars from. This is Mrs. Clarkson. She doesn't care what car she drives, so long as it has an automatic gearbox and classic FM on the stereo. So naturally, she has a Honda Jazz. And finally, this is Mrs. May, who has a Seat Arosa. She's been done for speeding twice, which is 2 times more than James. And they're off.
No.
Mrs. Clarkson goes for the Peugeot. Mrs. Hammond for the Renault.
Charge box must be on.
And Mrs. May for the simple-as-you-like Honda.
First of all, you've got to put your seat in the comfortable position.
I'm not here to help you. I'm here to make sure you don't cheat. Do you like the doors?
No.
I can't help you. I can only check that you don't cheat, but it is a knob on the right.
Oh, yes, I got it.
There you go.
Got it,
Right,
hey!
excellent.
What do you fiddle with?
Nothing, I was just checking that was all working.
That's it.
Oh, heavens! Mrs. May has already got her engine started.
You need to press a button that unfolds the mirrors. Do you want to put your specs
Silly
on?
buttons. Do an engine. Pressing the little button and nothing's happening.
Yes!
Yes! Just check that.
Yes.
I know, there's a key.
Key.
No, because it's all open. Am I...
No, there's your wipers.
There's the wipers.
Seeks. Yes! Go!
Mrs. May is underway.
Victory!
That's
Well,
an easy...
good on her.
No, it's just that must mean that the
Yes.
Honda Jazz is an easy car to understand.
We're good to go. Mays are gone. Clarkson's not going anywhere.
It's so close! Oh, and it's gone away! It was on the dashboard and it's gone! You got it!
That's better. OK, go.
Now we move into the flappy paddle gearbox.
Put it into auto.
Could do.
Will it go now?
May do.
It is, I think it's slightly noisier. That's why I don't like low-profile tyres, because you can feel the road, can't you?
Low-profile tyres.
No low-profile wheels. No.
Where did you learn that?
So, obviously, the job of testing it had to be given to our trendiest, most lifestyle-y presenter. That'd be James May.
They're rubbish.
They are rubbish.
Hands-free kits are rubbish. Not this one. This is called the Phobile, OK? And the brilliant thing is, it's got an attachment on it. You stick it straight in your mobile phone and break it, like that. And then...
Is that real?
Yeah, it works. Whitehall 1212, please.
Technically, you are hands-free
Completely.
OK, now this blue line here, this was set by Tarquini, who basically is a middle-aged bald man who once crashed a touring car. OK, and that's his line, and then the red line is...
That's mine. Basically, if you look at the blue line is right, and I am consistently at no point on it.
Although in your defence, here, momentarily, you are faster, because this is speed. You're faster
Yes, but
than...
if you look what happened afterwards, I'm then in a complete mess for the next 3 corners as a result.
That's true. My favourite is the braking. What happened here? He's fully on the brakes. You're... What?
Yeah, I think I might have left the track and gone shopping at that. I think I was pulling up outside a shoe shop. It's
The
not
fact is,
good.
though, the fact is, your time.
Yes.
You were, and this isn't bad, you were only, what was it, 4
seconds.
4 seconds a lap
Yes.
slower.
And I was quite pleased until I worked out on the way home. 4 seconds on a 1-minute lap, which means in a 70-lap race, he'd have lapped me 5 times.
This is the battleground, the village of Eastmere in Norfolk. It was built by the army to be a replica of a German hamlet, somewhere they could practice fighting the Russians. But unfortunately, it was opened in 1989, just 12 weeks before the Berlin Wall came down. Today, it's used to train the troops in the art of urban warfare, which is kind of what I've got in mind. You see, what I'm going to do is drive each of the cars in turn right round the village, while an elite 8-man sniper squad from the Irish Guards tries to shoot me.
Here we go!
Wounded left arm.
It is so beautifully balanced. You can't really stick it in. Ooh, I like this car. They won't be expecting this. Safe.
Well, sort of. Unfortunately, my plan gave the soldiers a chance to reposition, regroup, and reload.
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
So when I came out, I was in real trouble.
And there we are, back again.
In the Porsche, I was hit 6 times.
Boat.
See, here's the deal, okay? We get many letters asking us what is the fastest way of getting from London to Oslo. Actually, that's a lie. We've never had a single letter on the subject, and now we never will, because tonight we're going to find out. Ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Because as I see it, you're going to spend all day queuing and then all night in a nightclub on a car ferry dancing with lorry drivers.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
But then you...
Yeah, what are you going to be doing?
Driving, man. A lot.
I have to say I've got every confidence in this car.
Yeah. In the car?
Yes.
In the driver, he's old, his hip's gone.
Yep.
He'll never make it. Can't believe we're doing this again.
Well, I think we really should beat him this time.
Yeah,
I'm going to run.
Heathrow to Oslo. I'm mad for doing this.
Hello, Newcastle, please.
Hello.
Don't check your passport.
Is the flight delayed?
No, there's no delay on the flight.
What sort of aeroplane is it?
737.
737. Is it a 737-400 with
Stop
Pratt
it.
Whitney engine?
Please stop it.
That's an Airbus A340.
I don't care about the plane.
Tallest race on Earth now, the Dutch. Officially. Mind you, they do take a lot of drugs. That's why they like Top Gear so much. Hello, Dutchie. Now, the AA has launched a roadmap this week. Got it here. What makes this one different is that they featured in it every single speed camera location in the country, OK? Now, well, hang on. Some people have been saying this week that this is a bad idea, but we've had a meeting and we've decided it isn't. It isn't. It's a brilliant idea. Because have you seen around, does anyone here live near Stoke-on-Trent here, OK? If you go from Stafford to Stoke, look, you've got speed camera, 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 speed camera. It's just
now, that's the sort of information we need.
Exactly, because you can go up to Eccleshall and then up here, no speed cameras at all up there.
See, now, how can knowing that not be a good idea?
That's a good idea. This is the roadmap we must all have.
Oh, God, look at it. Oh, I can't believe this.
Shall I admit to him that we've got engine trouble?
I think we have to change the boats. We've got to what? We've got to go in that boat.
That's the boys. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how's things?
Well, we broke one boat, Calamity, but we're not giving up. We're going in the chase boat. We've all squashed into it. It's damn near as fast as the big one.
Whoa. What do you mean you've lost a boat?
We've broken it. The engine blew up and it's sinking. I'm not going to talk to you for much longer because this thing is small and very, very loud.
Oh dear, what a shame.
We're going to carry on. We'll see you in Oslo. Bye.
What a rotten bit of luck. Where are they? They weren't there. They weren't even close.
Jeremy, how are you? Where are you?
I'm well, but well, yeah, let's cut to the chase. I'm here and have been for some time.
Oh, right.
So I'm afraid the race is done, but I gather that you've got some serious problems.
Yeah, we've broken two boats. The rib burst when we hit a particularly big wave. So we're now wandering around. I have no idea where, looking for a bus, I suppose.
How far away are you, do you think, from Oslo?
To be honest, I don't really know.
Well, listen, honestly, I shall be thinking of you, and take care.
OK, thank you, we will.
See you later.
Bye. He's there, mate.
What's the Norwegian for "oh cock"?
Have you ever wondered which is the fastest, a car or a man? I have, so we decided to find out.
This is our man. His name is AC Muir. He's 32 years old and he's a lecturer in marketing at Glasgow University. And this is what he'll be racing. The new four-wheel drive Fiat Panda has a top speed of 90 miles an hour and is fueled by a highly explosive liquid called petrol. Mr. Muir, on the other hand, has a top speed of 15 miles an hour and is fueled this morning by eggs, bacon and 2 pieces of toast.
It sounds like a foregone conclusion, but Mr. Muir is a keen marathon runner, and we're going to be racing over the marathon course in London on a very chilly, sleety Tuesday morning at rush hour. And goodbye! Goodbye!
The route pretty much follows the normal London Marathon course, starting in Greenwich and ending on the Mall. On a clear day, Mr. Muir could do this in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Theoretically, it would take me 2 hours and 27 minutes. 7 minutes more. That's because the doommongers say the average speed of a car at rush hour in central London is 10.6 miles an hour. But to begin with, at least, I was doing a damn sight more than that.
Oh, look at this. You see, rush hour on a sleety, miserable morning in London. Not a thing on the roads. What are people on about?
Neck.
Oh, my God! He's just
can't just run by. You just overtook me without so much as a by your leave.
Do the Richard Hammond School of Driving in London in a minute. What are you doing? Why have you got a van? Why have you left little? Why are you looking at me? Right, get him. See a road, there's no bus lanes, there's no cycle lanes. Everything's working well as a result of that. Don't do that. Here we go. I haven't seen him. I had no idea that Mr. Muir had crossed the line. I really thought I'd overtaken him somewhere on the embankment. So I was in for a bit of a shock.
Where's the big guy with the car?
And here's the finish line. Oh, yes.
What time did you call us?
How did you do that? How long have you been here for?
10 minutes.
He's not even out of breath. I'll go and park. That's amazing. So you ran it in 2 hours?
It was about 2:28 something.
And I was 2:39. You're 11 minutes faster than a car.
It's not a bad way to be, is
Now
it?
go back to Scotland and don't tell anyone. Look, you are ruining the cool wall.
Sorry.
You are ruining it, and one day I will be better and I'm going to put it right again.
You've got to have an operation first, haven't
Yes,
you?
I may have to have an operation.
So there is presumably a chance it can go horribly wrong.
5% chance I'll be in a wheelchair
5%.
forever.
Well, people do the lottery every week with worse odds than that. I'll take my chance. And if it does go wrong, just imagine. You're there in your chair, they wheel a telly in. You like cars, Mr. Clarkson? Watch this Top Gear. And there'll be me with your cool wall. Welcome to... It could happen.
Oh, and you like that? You like having your back pummeled?
Having a big stereo is perfectly appropriate.
Where the hell's that bass coming from?
You're just exposing yourself for the old man.
And I've gone
it's
into
a
fifth
V6,
and I wanted
it's
third.
tuned.
You're wrong.
Well, I'm not.
You are.
I can't be any less wrong. I'm just not. Things there aren't in Iceland: trees and grip.
Here we go.
Four-wheel drive.
The Nissan had the most power, but it just couldn't put it down.
It just turned into a Datsun Digger.
I'm ahead of Hammond.
I've got the power, I've got the grip, and here comes the glory.
The question now is which car would be best of the rest?
85, 90.
My powerful Nissan started to haul in the Chrysler.
Oh, they've left the bonnet in it. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat Hammond. I'm not going to... He's winning. He's winning. Well, I knows my place. Last.
I had a bit of trouble getting off the line.
A bit?
Well, how many times are you going to find yourself at the lights? I'll take it. I'm on a beach. I mean, it's a bit specialised.
It happened just then.
I couldn't get my traction control off. I hit the button so hard, I've pushed it into the dash. So while I was driving, I had to rummage around and pull the button out.
So, a well-made car.
I want to do that again.
Now, the dust here is so fine it can actually be used to lubricate your engine. So it's unbelievably slippery.
Let me just try and think what it was that Audi became really famous for. Oh yeah, four-wheel drive rally cars.
I was next in the crossfire and hated every minute. It may well be cheap and comfortable, but out here I needed a sports car, not a cut-price cruiser with a stupid, awkward gearbox and lifeless steering.
And then it was my turn in the Nissan. After all the rude things I'd said about it, would the most powerful car here take revenge and pitch me into the lake?
Oh, yes. Whoa, my God. I don't want to be putting that much opposite lock on, not with these drops and rocks.
It was scary, but I have to admit, it was also very good fun.
If you've got your own rally track, this is the car you've got to have. That doesn't look scary, I'm sure, from the outside, but trust me, from in here it was. Oh.
James, meanwhile, true to his word, was giving the A-Class and its owners a thorough going over.
As we can see, if we tip it into a roundabout there, it really does hang on remarkably well.
You're hanging on well?
I'm hanging on very well, yes. Thank you. Now, of course, the downfall of this car originally was the so-called elk test, whereby the car was likely to topple over in a violent manoeuvre, but just to be on the safe side, as you can see, it's now perfect.
You all right, darling?
Briefly, I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. So, it was launched in 1996 with 115 brake horsepower. And in 1998, the 1.8-litre petrol engine was uprated to 122 brake horsepower.
That's an encyclopedic knowledge you've
Yeah,
got,
it's part of my job. I have to know about every car.
Because it's not difficult, frankly. I mean, he proved it, OK? I mean, for instance, what do you drive?
SD1.
A Rover SD1. You see, that's an awful car. You, what have you got?
Renault Clio.
You stole that, good. Renault Clio was the car that caused me to leave old Top Gear because it was so boring I couldn't think of anything to say about it. See how easy this is?
Mr. Brake, you come out here. Ask him what he's got.
He's got Fiesta. Fiesta.
What do you think of that then, big fella?
Good car.
There you go.
You what, sorry?
Drive from the back seat.
You can drive from the back seat.
This is terrifying.
Yes.
I feel like...
So sad.
I feel like... Have you ever seen Stonehenge when the top bits drop off? Well, obviously they're seeing if his head's come off. I'm assuming it hasn't because that probably renders it null and void.
In fact, Steve was fine, but understandably, he'd been too busy to count the number of rolls. So let's check again in slow motion.
And as you saw there, we managed 6, so we did it, and look, we even got a certificate there and everything. Look at that.
Welcome then to Top Gear's roundup of outdoor toys.
At the core of this scene, we have the quad bike, a simple device used by hill farmers to round up their sheep.
They started out about 30 years ago in Australia as three-wheeled machines, but the accident rate was absolutely appalling. So bad, in fact, that in the States they were completely banned. But then about 20 years ago, someone at Suzuki had a great idea. He said, what if we put 4 wheels on it? And at that moment, the quad bike, as we know it, was born.
At £12,000, it is pretty expensive. And with a top speed of 22 miles an hour, it's not exactly fast. But because you steer by braking the wheels on one side, it can turn in its own length. And because it has 8-wheel drive, it's pretty much unstoppable when the going gets rough. And not only will it climb every mountain, but also it'll ford every stream.
It's not deep water. Oh, but wait, it's gone all smooth. I suspect it is deep water now. And we're floating. You don't actually get a propeller, although you can put an outboard on the back, up to 10 horsepower. The drive is just coming from the wheels turning. It even steers slightly.
I'd give the rest of my year's salary to see that sink.
If he'd driven in and it had just gone to the bottom and there were just bubbles.
I want him to keep talking as it goes down, like the captain of the Titanic.
What did you say?
We're just saying we hope it sinks.
It can't sink. It's made of polyethylene.
Oh.
Gear? Yes.
See?
Ah! I'm in gear now. I have no idea what gear I'm in, and it won't engage neutral. Well done, Mr. Mole Husband, you're off. Oh my God! I hate this quad! Sore.
It's true. I was much happier in my Q-Pod Sport. You get seatbelts, headrests, and 2 comfy chairs, all for £5,000.
And now, here's the thing I like best. It is completely road legal. Completely. And it'll do 45 miles an hour. You need never, ever drive it off-road. Oh, joy.
Mr. May!
Like I said, yobbos.
Well, most people who go for a walk in the American countryside are eaten by a bear, so they need a car with a gun rack.
Top of them all.
But most people who go for a walk in the English countryside aren't eaten by a bear, so they don't. In America, everyone dreams of being a frontiersman out in the open in a covered wagon, whereas we don't really have that dream.
You see, I've got the BMW. I've got the BMW 3 Series.
Looks like a Nissan. It doesn't look like a Nissan. It looks like 15 feet of car.
It is. It's just some car.
Some car. I'm sorry. Do you know what? First time ever.
Can't be bothered.
Can't be bothered to put it on the board.
Anyway.
I've been killed. I've definitely been killed.